Pearson, DriveRight, 11th edition, Chapter 6, Effects of Driver Condition. Lesson 6.1, Emotions and Driving. How emotions affect driving. An emotion is a strong feeling. Anger, fear, and joy are examples of emotions. Emotions add a special flavor to life. How you think and act depend a lot on your emotions. When emotions affect your thoughts and actions, they can also affect your decision-making skills and ability to assess risks. Strong emotions block your ability to judge and reason. In Chapter 5, you were introduced to the concept of risk and how to manage risk during the IPDE process with the zone control system. Emotions can lead you to assume more or less risk than normal. You can reduce the negative effects of emotions and better manage risk by using courteous driving strategies. When you do this, you empower yourself as courtesy can influence others' emotions. Mental effects and emotions. Strong emotions interfere with your ability to think, reason, make wise decisions, and respond appropriately to situations. They can increase your chances of making a mistake. Emotions can also affect the way you make judgments and decisions in driving situations. In some instances, strong emotions may cause you to focus on only one event. You could miss other important events in a driving situation. In Figure 1, a driver suddenly moves into your lane without warning. If you focus only on that driver's actions, you might overreact and cause a conflict with the driver behind you. Your overreaction could upset or anger that driver. Instead of getting upset, you and the driver behind you could each increase the space between you and the vehicle ahead of each of you. Drivers need to reduce their risk. Emotional responses like seeing revenge increase risks. Physical effects of emotions. Strong emotions can cause changes in your bodily functions. Your heartbeat speeds up, your breathing quickens, your digestion slows, and your muscles tighten. If you are angered, your mind and body may prepare to fight. If you are afraid, your focus may become flight. These emotions prevent you from properly applying the IPDE process. The more tasks there are in a given driving situation, the more complex and stressful the situation. During rush hour, drivers often display more discourteous driving behaviors as a result of traffic congestion. Heavy traffic can cause stress and fatigue in drivers. Everyone encounters different stresses in life. Stress is not always bad. Sometimes it helps people perform better and accomplish things. However, continued emotional stress exhausts a person and can lead to adverse effects including heart disease and digestive disorders. Anger while driving. You usually rely upon a set of assumptions or expectations when driving. You assume that others will drive and act in a safe, responsible manner. You might be tempted to react angrily when you must change your expectations. In normal driving situations, other drivers might interfere with your intended speed or path of travel. They might slow or change lanes improperly. They might not yield. They may fail to signal or may not move quickly enough when a traffic light changes. Sometimes you might think that other drivers are trying to irritate you. As a result, you might become angry. Anger seems to occur and be displayed more often than any other emotion. Anger is one of the hardest emotions to control. When you are angry, your body and mind may respond with an urge to fight, which can block your ability to think rationally. Anger may cause aggression or road rage. According to the American Automobile Association, AAA, aggressive driving is driving without regard for others' safety, and road rage is driving with the intent to harm others. In Figure 2, the driver is angry at the people who are talking and blocking his way. If he cannot maintain emotional control, he might remain angry and react aggressively. Anger can impair all of your driving skills. You might take risks you would not take if you were calm. You also might not see everything you should, which can cause you to miss important clues. You might force other drivers to stop or swerve abruptly. The last second actions can cause conflicts and added stress, not only for you, but for other drivers as well Good drivers never surprise other drivers. What might you do when you become angry while driving or encounter other drivers who are? Here are a few options. Think positively. Leave punishment to police. Your acts may only aggravate the situation. Model good behavior and consider that other drivers may have good reasons for their actions. Other emotions in driving. Sorrow, depression, and anxiety are other emotions that can adversely affect driving. These emotions can also slow body processes and reduce mental alertness. Anxiety differs from anger. You might be anxious when driving in an unfamiliar, difficult situation. You might have trouble identifying hazards when you are confused. You might even feel panic-stricken. As a responsible driver, work to recognize difficult situations and try your best to cope. It may mean delaying driving, but your risk will be reduced. Excitement and happiness can also prevent you from fully concentrating on your driving task. A happy, excited driver can be just as impaired as an angry driver. After an emotionally intense event, try to deal with your emotions before you get behind the wheel. If not dealt with, your emotions could impair your driving abilities. Emotions in the IPDE process. The successful use of the IPDE process requires total concentration on the driving task. In a tight, high-stress situation, you need to even more time to use the IPDE process to keep from making wrong or late decisions because your emotional condition can drastically affect your driving ability. Think how emotions could affect your driving if you were beside the truck pictured in Figure 3. The car ahead has slowed, forcing you to slow. The truck driver has just decided to pass the car. You are not sure what the driver ahead is going to do. Another truck is behind the passing truck. As a result, the driver ahead and the truck drivers could cause you to make a quick, irresponsible decision. Passengers and emotions. Peer pressure can be a very strong force, depending upon the situation. In a baseball game, team spirit can help win the game. In a vehicle, your passenger can strongly influence the way you drive. In most group situations, one or more people need to assume responsibility and lead the group. When you are driving, you must be the leader and take control. You are responsible for the safety of your passengers. In Figure 4, a championship soccer match has just ended. Everyone is going to celebrate. Emotions will be running high. The driver will be under special pressure to concentrate on the driving task. To make sure that nothing goes wrong, the driver must be the leader and maintain control of the situations. Passengers can help the driver maintain control while driving. Here are the actions you, as a passenger, can take to assist the driver. Avoid saying or doing anything that might distract or upset the driver. Refrain from heated discussions. Talk about positive events. Discourage the driver from taking reckless actions. Be prepared to intervene if the driver endangers others by driving recklessly. Encourage the driver to let someone else drive or refuse to ride in the same vehicle. Do what you must to protect yourself and others. Compliment the driver for doing a good job of driving in a difficult situation. You might need the same support when you are the driver. Effects on risk-taking. Your emotions have a big influence on the amount of risk you are willing to take. You probably will be more likely to take risk if you are angry than if you are happy. When a driver cuts you off after passing, you might want to get even by taking chances that you would not normally take. Mature, responsible drivers do not let their emotions cause them to take unnecessary risks. Taking a chance while driving can be deadly. You must be mature enough to adjust your behavior so that you do not drive into or create high-risk situations. You also must be mature enough to refuse to take part when other people suggest activities that could endanger you, your passengers, or other drivers. Your emotions might also affect how you would drive on the same roadway at different times. For example, if you are driving an injured friend to the hospital, your concern might cause you to drive fast, increasing the risk. An hour later, you probably would not drive home in the same manner. You then would drive more cautiously and courteously. On the other hand, sometimes you might be so uninterested in your trip that you don't give your complete attention to the driving task. Driving at the same route over and over may cause you to pay less attention to the driving task. Controlling emotions. During some performances, like a concert or play, you are asked to hold your applause until the certain point. You must manage your emotions until the proper time. In driving, you must develop the same type of emotional discipline. You must strive to keep emotions from affecting your driving ability. Coping with emotions. High-stress driving situations can cause emotions to surface. These techniques can help you manage your emotions while driving. Use the IPDE process to drive in an organized manner. Learn and use correct driving procedures until they become habits. You then will be more likely to execute the proper action, even when under emotional stress. Anticipate emotion-producing situations and adjust your expectations. Say to yourself, I know there will be delays during rush hour, so I will allow more time to get home. I will not let the actions of others bother me. If you encounter an aggressive driver, do not challenge the driver. Avoid eye contact, ignore gestures or verbal comments, and remain calm. Adopt a yield attitude. Try to adjust your route to avoid irritating traffic situations. If you are tired, make a special effort to manage your emotions. A tired person can become upset more easily. Analyze your mistakes, learn from them so that you are less likely to report them. Keep courtesy as one of your personal rules of the road. Goal of emotional control. Emotions are complicated and powerful forces. Learning about emotions and how to manage them is something most individuals work at all their lives. Maintaining an attitude of, I will always work to manage my emotions when driving is a big step toward actually mastering your emotions. If you can manage your emotions and maintain your driving ability, those skills will help keep the risk of driving as well as your stress level low.